Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Zach's Credit Card Guide. Today we're talking about the brand new card from Chase for the Marriott program. If you are new to the channel, we do a lot of credit card topics, card reviews, and redemptions, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. But let's get started. Okay guys, so quick video. We're going to run through the brand new card that Chase launched today for the Marriott line. So running through some of the basics, of course this is branded with the Marriott program. It has no annual fee, which makes it an automatic keeper card, and there is no foreign transaction fee, so if you do take it out of the country, you're not going to run into any problems. So it's launching with a bonus of 50,000 Marriott points for $2,000 in minimum spend in the first 3 months. I consider that a fairly easy minimum spend to hit, and the 50,000 points, depending on how you use it, could be one, maybe 2 nights at kind of a lower tier property, and 1 night at a pretty nice property too, so it kind of depends how you want to use them. Now, Marriott points are the old SPG points, which are one of the most versatile points out there in that they have a lot of airline transfer partners, but the transfer rates are really not favorable, and the best that I've seen is 3 Marriott points to 1 mile. You know what I mean? And it gets worse from there. So I don't really think that's a good use of points, but the option is there if that's something that you need for your strategy and your goals. Now, the earning structure on this card is really nothing that impressive. It's only 3 times points at Marriott properties, 2 times on travel, and then 1 on everything else. Now again, that's not really impressive because if you have other cards like the Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, for example, they earn the same or more in these exact same categories, and they're wild cards. You can transfer them to wherever you like, including Marriott. So again, it really depends on your kind of card portfolio, what else you have to choose from. If this is the only one you have, or if this is one you're just starting out with, then it's a fine card for that. But again, if you have other cards in your wallet, this one is probably not one you want to put spend on. Now, for some of the benefits, you get 15 qualifier nights towards status, which if you're starting out from nothing, that automatically gets you to silver. Now, silver by itself is really nothing to get excited about. There really isn't any benefits worth even mentioning, but it does give you that head start. And it does come with the usual insurances: lost and delayed baggage, trip delay coverage, and purchase protection. Now, the biggest thing that we really want to focus on for really any of the Marriott cards is the new card and bonus restrictions. Now, if you're unfamiliar, last year SPG merged with Marriott, and then Chase and American Express had co-branded cards for each of those lines, and ever since then they've kind of been jostling to figure out exactly how everything's going to be structured. But big picture wise, American Express got the business card and the high-end cards, and then Chase got the kind of lower and mid-grade personal cards. Now, there are a lot of restrictions on which cards you can have at any one time and which bonuses you can get and when. It's really kind of easy to think about it as just one path or the other, because that's usually how the restrictions play out. So either American Express or Chase are kind of the choices you have to make. So here's a screenshot from the terms and conditions page of the new Chase card. Now, first is eligibility for the card. To even hold the card, never mind the bonus, it is not available to you if you have the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Premier or the Bonvoy Boundless, and those are both from Chase. If you have either one of those cards, or if you had either of those cards and got a bonus from them in the past 24 months, you can't even get this card at all. Now, it does say if you are an existing card member and you want to product change to this, to give them a call and they'll see if you're eligible. So it does look like this will be a downgrade path for the annual fee carrying Marriott cards with Chase. Now, here's where it gets a little bit sticky with the bonus. So you know what cards you have. It's really best to go to the Chase page if you are interested in this card, click the terms and conditions, and just read through this pretty carefully, because there's a lot of ifs and whens and ors and ands and everything else like that. But from how I understand it, you won't be eligible for the bonus if you meet any of these criteria. So if you either are or were in the past 30 days a cardholder of the American Express personal card, then you're not eligible for this bonus. If you either have or had the American Express Business Marriott or the former SPG, same card, but if you had that card and got a bonus in the past 24 months, then you will not get a bonus on this card. And then the third box that you can fall into is if you applied and were approved for the American Express business card in the past 90 days. And it might seem like number 2 and number 3 are kind of the same thing. So what they're trying to do is box 2 is if you got a bonus in the past 2 years. But box 3 is say you applied for the American Express business yesterday, you haven't got a bonus for it yet, and now you try to go and apply for this one. So that's what number 3 is about. So again, guys, there's a lot of language here, and it's best because you know your situation to go through it before you apply to make sure that 1, you're even eligible to hold the card, and 2, that if so, you're eligible for the bonus. So what do I think? It's a pretty cool card. It is a good downgrade path for the personal card from Chase. That one only has a $95 annual fee and does have an annual free night, which is going to outweigh that pretty much however you use it. So that is a keeper card, but everybody's circumstances change. Maybe you want to get rid of some annual fees. This does appear to be a viable downgrade path. Otherwise, if you just want to hold it on its own, it does give you some basic status. And again, that bonus is really not bad, especially for a card with no annual fee. So if you are eligible and this does fit into your strategy, it is a good one to pick up and hold long term. My question for you guys is, what do you think? 1, are you even eligible for this card? Because it seems like pretty much nobody is, especially if you're watching a video like this. But 1, are you even eligible? And 2, what do you guys think about this card? Do you think this was a good move from Chase? Are you going to apply for it? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Otherwise, if you guys have any other comments or questions, please do leave them down below. I try to get to every single one. Find me on social media so you can stay in touch. But most importantly, guys, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. That's all I've got for you this time, guys. See you at the next one.